The first photo taken in camera was by a French gentleman named Joseph Nicephorn-Niépce. It was taken in 1825, and the photo was of his window looking out in his estate. Now, of course, that photo is black and white. We've come such a long way in taking photos, the point from having huge boxes and then getting color and then having our phones. Black and white photography has shaped how we viewed the past and how we understood how people live their everyday life. Why is it important that we should learn how to take black and white photos? Well, because when you take away color, all you're left with is the relationship between light and shadows. And when you're able to understand how to expose for the light, expose for the shadow, guess what happens? Your photos tend to stand out and you start telling way better stories. Let me teach you how to activate your black and white photography. Let's start. The first thing you need to do before you start taking black and white photos is to go into your camera app and then swipe up, swipe to your right. You're going to see different shades of color. And then you're going to scroll to your right. You have noir, silvertone, and mono. I like noir. Why do I like noir? Because noir has, for me, noir has like the perfect and natural tone when it comes to just black and white photo. Then from there, you are able to adjust by obviously clicking on the screen, adjusting the brightness. Here I am, my light source is right in front of me, and I can bring this up a little bit, but I don't like how I'm bringing it up, because then it's making me look a little bit dark. So I'm going to position myself right about here. You know, we'll talk about light and dark relationship. So I know that this thing right here, this poster next to me, is darker than this one, because as you can see, the tone of the blue is very different than when it looks black and white within photos. I'm going to select my face, and I want this to be kind of a portrait. So I'm going to position my my line, intersection line, right above my eye, and I'm going to get very close to the wall. And when I take a picture, let me focus my eye. There it is. I'll bring this down. I'll bring it even closer. So, and I'll bring the light up a little bit. Because this is what I do. We'll bring it up a little bit. Right here. And 1, 2, 3. I want to take one more photo. I'm going to sit. My light source is right here. And I'm going to just look directly at the lens. I'm going to bring my brightness down a little bit, just and bring it really close to me. I'm going to look directly at the camera. And I'm going to take the photo. Instead of smiling, I'm going to look up this way. I'm going to set it to my head, tilt my head a little bit. Go right here. I like this white part here. It's making a shape, allowing me to find a little bit more symmetry. I'm going to tilt my head like this. I'm going to take the photo. I'm a little bit dark, which I don't like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set a timer. Let's do a timer for, let's say, I think 10 seconds is good enough. There it is. Let's just 3. I'm going to position it right here. I'm actually going to flip my camera upside down. That way I have my camera on the bottom. The reason being because I want more real estate on my body. Like that. And I'm going to get down. Actually, scratch that. I'm just going to flip it back up. I'm going to flip it back up. We're going to go right here. Here it is. And bring the brightness up a little bit. I'm going to focus. I want my hair not to be cut off. I have to get a little bit lower, be right here. I'm gonna make sure that I'm sitting up nice and straight. I don't want to be sluggish like this, but I want to go up here, put on my hoodie, and let's do this thing. I'm focusing on me. This is pretty good. Here it is. 1, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. I'm gonna look directly here. How does a landscape black and white photo look like? And why would you want to take a black and white landscape photo? Well, like I mentioned, when taking photos in black and white, you are taking away the color, which leaves us with the viewer focusing on the relationship between light and shadows. So when you're out in the world taking a photo, adjusting your brightness, and you start seeing that the settings on the screen starts changing a bit, meaning that you are now experiencing what a professional photographer thinks about as far as when they are out and about taking photos. Photographers are always looking for where the light source is coming from. And within this 3 identical images, they're very, very different based on how much light is being let into the lens and how much my face is being lit by the light. Which one do you prefer? I choose the first image because you can actually see my eyes and I'm looking directly at the camera, and I like the contrast between the background and me as a person in front of the camera. The middle one is too dark. You can hardly see my eyes, and even though the black shirt that I'm wearing does a good job of actually showing what that looks like in the dark, I find that my face and my hair is blending in with the background. I'm not able to stand out enough for the viewer to actually take in my presence. And the last photo to the right, I'm not looking at the camera, and with the light hitting my eye, my white parts of my eye, I am having a hard time actually making sense of what I'm looking at, and also I just look weird. To practice with handling black and white photos, you don't actually have to take photos in black and white. You can take your photos in color, and then you can edit it in black and white. So I'm going to choose a photo right here. I'm going to choose a landscape shot. I like this photo. Now I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to click on the little middle, different color tones. It's going to give me the option. So it says original, vivid. I'm going to go all the way to the right, and it has noir. That looks so much better already. I like this in black and white. There's something special about this. So when I'm looking at this image, I ask myself, where is the light coming from? You know, the LLSA formula, light is coming from the left hand right here. And then my subject, it's this beautiful trees, you know, the common trees you would normally see in California. And I just love how the light's bouncing. Because of the sky being light blue, it comes out this light gray color. And then the shady areas are so much darker. Let's choose another photo. Here's a portrait photo I took of 2 individuals. I'm going to turn this black and white. Let's see the difference. Edit, go down to the bottom, swipe to the right. Ooh, look at it. Ready? Let's do this. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Already, no longer is the photo competing with the different colors. Now I'm just focusing on the dark of the guy's sweater, and also the darkness of the girl's pants. I love this shot a lot. Black and white photos can make your photos, bring your photos to the next level. And don't be afraid to edit old photos. This is one way for you to start just experimenting and knowing that photography and the stories you want to tell can happen with colors or even without colors.